Welcome to my channel Official History of Coins and 3 Coins USA History and Story, another exciting journey where hidden treasures and incredible stories come to life. And today's discovery might just change the way you look at everyday objects forever. First up, imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, something that connects you directly to a powerful era of leadership, space exploration, and American pride. Today, we are talking about one iconic coin, the 1971 Eisenhower dollar, but within this single type, there are multiple versions and varieties that collectors around the world are chasing. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar was created to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, a legendary leader and war hero who played a crucial role in shaping modern history. This coin was introduced shortly after his passing, making it a tribute filled with deep national respect and meaning. At the same time, the reverse side of the coin celebrates one of humanity's greatest achievements, the Apollo 11 moon landing. The eagle landing on the moon symbolizes strength, victory, and the bold spirit of exploration that defined that era. Now here, where things get truly exciting. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar was produced in multiple versions. There are standard circulation coins made for everyday use, and then there are special collector versions made with 40% silver. So when we talk about this coin, we are not talking about just one single piece, but a whole range of coins with different levels of rarity and value. Millions of these coins were minted, but not all of them are the same. Some were struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, others in Denver with a D mint mark, and special silver versions were produced in San Francisco. Each type has its own demand and unique collector interest. The reason this coin is so valuable is not just because of its age, but because of its historical importance, design beauty, and the existence of rare high-grade versions. Collectors are especially interested in coins that are in perfect or near-perfect condition. When a 1971 Eisenhower dollar is found in pristine mint condition, its value can rise dramatically. While common examples may trade at modest prices, rare high-grade coins have been known to reach impressive levels in auctions. In fact, some top-condition 1971 Eisenhower dollars have sold for over $10,000, especially those with exceptional quality or special mint characteristics. And when it comes to silver versions, the value can climb even higher depending on condition and demand. Imagine finding one of these rare pieces in your collection. A coin that once passed through ordinary hands could now be worth thousands of dollars. That is the magic of coin collecting. Another reason collectors love this coin is its size and design. It was the last large-sized dollar coin produced for circulation in the United States, making it a standout piece compared to modern coins. The bold portrait of Eisenhower on the front gives it a strong and commanding presence, while the moon landing design on the back makes it a symbol of human achievement. This combination makes it one of the most visually striking coins ever produced. Now let's talk about the numbers. While millions were made, only a small percentage remain in top condition today. That is why collectors are willing to pay premium prices for the best examples. If you are lucky enough to own one, especially a silver version or a coin in uncirculated condition, you could be holding something truly special. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. And here is something even more exciting. As time goes on, coins like the 1971 Eisenhower dollar continue to gain attention. More collectors enter the market and demand keeps growing. This means the maximum value of these coins can rise even further in the future. What might be worth thousands today could potentially become even more valuable tomorrow. So if you have one of these coins, don't overlook it. Take a closer look, check its condition, and consider getting it evaluated. You might be holding a hidden treasure without even realizing it. In the world of coin collecting, opportunities like this don't come often. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar is more than just a coin. It is a story, a legacy, and a potential fortune waiting to be discovered. Next coin, 1972, United States Eisenhower $1 Liberty coin, carries a powerful legacy that instantly connects collectors to leadership, space achievement, and a turning point in American coinage history. This coin was issued to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, whose leadership during World War II and presidency made him one of the most respected figures in modern history. At the same time, the reverse design celebrates the historic Apollo 11 moon landing, symbolizing human ambition and success. Old Coin Online. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar is not just one single coin, but a full family of coins with different mint marks, compositions, and rare varieties. There are Philadelphia coins with no mint mark, Denver coins with a D, and special collector versions from San Francisco, including 40% silver issues. Old Coin Online. What makes this year extremely special is that 3 different reverse designs were produced in Philadelphia alone. These are known as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3, and they are the key to unlocking the true value of this coin. Old Coin Online. The most exciting and valuable of all is the 1972 Type 2 variety. This rare version was created when a proof design was accidentally used on circulation coins, making it one of the most famous and desirable errors in the entire Eisenhower dollar series. Coin's value. Because of its rarity, collectors around the world actively search for this specific type. Only a small number were produced compared to the millions of regular coins, which instantly increases its demand and long-term potential. Old Coin Online. Right now, the value of a 1972 Eisenhower dollar depends heavily on which type you have and its condition. Common circulated coins can still sell for around $1 to $5, but once you move into uncirculated or high-grade coins, the value rises sharply. Coin's value. High-quality uncirculated examples of common types can reach $50, $100, or even several $100s depending on their grade and eye appeal. Coin's value. But the real excitement begins with the rare Type 2 variety. Even in moderate condition, these coins can sell for $75 to $600, and in higher grades, they can easily cross into the thousands. Old Coin Online. In top certified condition, the 1972 Type 2 Eisenhower dollar has reached prices above $14,000, making it one of the most valuable coins of its kind. Coin's value. That means a single coin from 1972 has the potential to turn into a 4-figure or even 5-figure asset depending on its rarity and preservation. Silver versions from San Francisco also add another layer of value. These 40% silver coins were made specifically for collectors and can reach $50, $100, or more in high grades. Old Coin Online. Another important factor is condition. Coins that remain in mint state with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong luster are far more valuable than worn examples. As time continues to pass, fewer high-quality examples remain available in the market. This natural scarcity continues to push prices upward, especially for rare varieties like Type 2. Collectors are constantly upgrading their collections, and that creates ongoing demand for better and rarer coins. This demand plays a huge role in driving the value higher year after year. The maximum value of this coin is not fixed. With increasing interest in coin collecting and historical items, prices can rise even further beyond current records. It is entirely possible that top-grade examples in the future could exceed $20,000 or more as the market grows and rare coins become harder to find. Even today, Auction records and collector demand prove that this coin is already considered a premium collectible with strong investment potential. If you own a 1972 Eisenhower dollar, especially one without a mint mark, it is worth taking a closer look at the reverse design. You could be holding the rare Type 2 without even realizing it. This coin represents more than money. It represents history, rarity, and opportunity all in one piece. And in the world of coin collecting, opportunities like this are exactly what turn ordinary collections into extraordinary wealth. Second coin, the 1974 United States Eisenhower $1 Liberty coin. If you have one sitting in a drawer, in a dusty old coin collection, or maybe you just found one in your pocket change, you are probably wondering if you are sitting on a small fortune or just a piece of pocket change. My name is your name, and today we are going to dive deep into the history, the details, and the very real potential value of this fascinating piece of American history. We are going to find out exactly how many people want to buy this coin, what it is currently worth, and whether that value is considered high or low in the world of coin collecting. First, let us travel back to a time when America was looking forward and backward all at once. The story of the Eisenhower dollar begins not just in 1971, when it was first minted, but in the hearts of Americans mourning a beloved leader. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, the supreme commander of the Allied forces in World War II and the 34th President of the United States, passed away in March of 1969. Almost immediately, a movement began in Congress to honor this giant of American history on a new $1 coin, the first of its kind since the Peace Dollar series had ended way back in 1935. This was a time of immense change in America. The Apollo 11 mission had just successfully landed men on the moon in July of 1969, capturing the world's imagination and showcasing American ingenuity. So, a brilliant idea was born. Why not combine the two? Why not honor the man who led America through war and peace with a coin that also celebrated the nation's greatest technological achievement? The result was a coin that perfectly captured the spirit of its era, a tribute to a great leader and a nod to an even greater future. The man tasked with designing this new coin was Frank Gasparro, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. For the obverse, the front side of the coin, Gasparro crafted a strong and dignified portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. You will see the word Liberty arching above his head and the date 1974 below him. Look closely, and you will find the national motto, "In God We Trust," nestled just in front of the president's neck. It is a powerful and respectful image that captures the strength of the man they called Ike. The reverse of the coin, the back side, is where the story gets truly unique and inspiring. Gasparro based his design directly on the Apollo 11 mission patch, which was actually designed by astronaut Michael Collins. The design shows a majestic bald eagle, its wings spread wide, descending to land on the rugged surface of the moon. In its talons, it clutches an olive branch, a symbol of peace, showing that this was a peaceful mission for all mankind. You can even see the Earth rising in the background, a breathtaking view that the Apollo astronauts witnessed firsthand. Surrounding this incredible scene are 13 stars and the words, United States of America and $1. However, the path to creating this coin was not an easy one. It sparked a huge debate in Washington, D.C. that went on for years. The big question was, what should this new dollar coin be made of? Traditionalists and some politicians, fueled by a letter from Mamie Eisenhower saying her husband loved to give silver dollars as gifts, argued the coin should contain silver. Others, pointing to rising silver prices and the Coinage Act of 1965, which had removed silver from most other coins, wanted it to be made from the cheaper copper-nickel-clad material used for quarters and dimes. Argument was so intense that it delayed the coin's production for nearly 2 years. Finally, a brilliant compromise was reached in 1970. The government would create 2 versions of the coin. The first, intended for everyday commerce, would be a large copper-nickel-clad coin with no silver value. The second version would be a special collector's edition, containing 40% silver, struck at the San Francisco Mint, and sold directly to the public at a premium. President Richard Nixon, who had served as Eisenhower's vice president, signed the bill into law on the very last day of 1970, ensuring the coin would become a reality. Now, let's get to the part you are all here for: the value. What is your 1974 Eisenhower dollar worth today? The answer, and I want you to listen closely, is that it ranges from just a few dollars to potentially tens of thousands of dollars. The value depends entirely on one thing: what specific kind of 1974 Eisenhower dollar you have. You must understand that not all of these coins are created equal. The standard 1974 dollar that was minted in Philadelphia or Denver for circulation is very common. Millions and millions of them were made, and they just do not hold much value in worn condition. Let's talk about the standard versions first. If you have a 1974 dollar with a D mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint, it is the second most common date from that mint. The Denver Mint produced a staggering 45,517,000 of these coins for circulation. If it is well worn, it is worth exactly $1, maybe $1.50 if you are lucky. In uncirculated condition, a typical 1974 D might sell for around $3 to $10. The same goes for the 1974 Philadelphia coin, which had no mint mark. With a mintage of over 27 million, it is also quite common, but hold on, because this is where the story gets good. The value is not low for the coins that are in impeccable condition. The secret to value with common Eisenhower dollars is condition, or what we coin collectors call grade. A pristine, unblemished coin that has never been in circulation can be worth a great deal more than one that has been handled. For example, a 1974 D dollar that is graded MS66, which is a very high level of uncirculated quality, can easily sell for between $45 and $85. That is a solid return for a coin that started as a single dollar. If you can find one in the absolute highest grades, the value climbs dramatically. Take the 1974 D, the finest known examples, graded MS67 by the professional coin grading service, are incredibly rare. PCGS has only graded about 33 examples in MS67, with 5 of those being an even finer MS67+. In August of 2016, one of these pristine 1974 D dollars sold at auction for a stunning $4,935. That is almost $5,000 for a single coin that many people might have overlooked. This proves that even common coins, in the right condition, can become true treasures. Now, we have arrived at the most exciting part, the part that can make any coin collector's heart race. We have talked about the high-value common coins, but there exists a 1974 Eisenhower dollar so rare, so legendary, that it represents the pinnacle of value for this entire series. I am talking about the 1974 D Eisenhower dollar that was struck by mistake on a 40% silver planchet. These are what we call wrong planchet errors, and they are the stuff of numismatic legend. Here is the story. The San Francisco Mint was responsible for making the 40% silver Eisenhower dollars for collectors. They also made copper-nickel planchets for proof coins. When these proof planchets did not meet the high-quality standards for proofs, they were sometimes shipped to the Denver Mint to be used for regular circulation coins. But a small, unknown number of 40% silver planchets were accidentally mixed in with these shipments and made their way to Denver. When the presses started running, a handful of 1974 D dollars were struck on these silver blanks, creating a ghost, a coin that should never have existed. These error coins are impossibly rare. Researchers estimate that only 10 to 30 of these silver-clad error coins were struck at Denver in 1974, and today, it is believed that only about 25 examples of the 1974 D silver-clad dollar are known to exist. The very first one was discovered in October 1974 by a blackjack dealer in Las Vegas, Nevada. Can you imagine finding a coin like that in your nightly tips? This is the ultimate treasure in the Eisenhower Dollar series. Because of its extreme rarity, this coin commands the highest possible price. So, what is the current value of this incredible error coin? This is where the value is unquestionably high. When one of these legendary 1974 D silver-clad dollars, graded MS63 by PCGS, went up for auction in May 2024, it sold for a staggering price. Are you ready? The final sale price was $4,935. That is nearly $5,000 for a single dollar coin, all because of a simple mistake at the mint over 50 years ago. That is the power of rarity and the thrill of the hunt in coin collecting. It proves that the value of a coin is not determined by its face value, but by its story, its condition, and its scarcity. You might be asking yourself, how many people want to buy this coin? The answer is, a lot. There is a massive and growing community of collectors who focus solely on the Eisenhower Dollar series. For years, these coins were dismissed as clunky or unwieldy, just like the Morgan dollars were decades ago. But today, collectors have realized that the Ike dollar is the last of the large-size US dollar coins. It is a fascinating series with a short, finite lifespan from 1971 to 1978, and it is rapidly gaining popularity. Demand is driven by several factors. First, the coin's unique history connecting Eisenhower and the Apollo 11 mission makes it incredibly appealing. Second, because the series is relatively modern and affordable for most collectors, people can build complete sets without breaking the bank. Third, as more people learn about the rare errors and high-grade examples, the competition to own the best examples intensifies. Dealers, serious collectors, and even new hobbyists are all searching for these coins, constantly checking their change, their old collections, and their family heirlooms. Now, let's talk about the collector's version. If you have a 1974 Eisenhower dollar, meaning it was minted in San Francisco, it is likely made of 40% silver. These were sold directly to collectors in two formats, the blue pack for the uncirculated silver version and the brown pack for the proof version, which has a highly polished, mirror-like surface. These silver coins are more valuable than their clad counterparts. In 1974, over 1.2 million of these silver-proof coins were sold, a surprising increase from the previous year, even though collectors initially balked at the $10 price tag today. A standard 1974 silver-proof dollar in its original packaging is worth more than that original $10 price. In perfect condition, these coins can command significant premiums. A typical 1974 silver proof might be worth around $27 to $46, but in a top grade like MS66, its value can jump to nearly $400. This shows that even the coins that were saved by the millions are becoming more sought after as the years go by. The market for high-quality Eisenhower dollars is stronger than it has ever been. We have to address the question of whether the value is really high or low. For the average 1974 dollar you might find in an old coffee can, the value is low. It is a common coin that offers a fantastic piece of history for the price of a cup of coffee. But for the serious collector, for the person who understands what to look for, the value of this series can be remarkably high. The potential is there. The $4,935 paid for a flawless MS67 example, and the $4,935 paid for the rare silver-clad error are not just high values, they are statements. They show that the market for these coins is alive and well, with buyers willing to pay serious money for the best of the best. So, let me summarize the history for you one more time because it is so important. The coin was built out of a national desire to honor a great man and celebrate an incredible achievement. It was born from a legislative battle over silver versus clad metal. It was designed by a master engraver, Frank Gasparo, who captured the spirit of both President Eisenhower and the Apollo 11 mission. It was produced from 1971 to 1978, with the 1974 issue being a key midpoint in the series. It was built as a coin for the people, but its true legacy is now being written by collectors. Your motivation today should be this: go check your coins. Go through those old albums, those forgotten boxes, or that pile of change you have been meaning to take to the bank. Look for any Eisenhower dollar you can find. First, check the date. If you see a 1974, check the mint mark. Is there a D or an S? Or is there no mint mark at all? Then look at the condition. Is it sharp and detailed? Does it have a brilliant shine? If it does, you might have a coin that is worth more than just $1. And for goodness sake, if you find a 1974 D that looks different, that has a distinct white-silver color instead of the normal copper-nickel look, you need to get that coin authenticated immediately. The Eisenhower dollar is a sleeping giant in the coin collecting world. As Q. David Bowers, one of the most famous numismatists in history, once wrote, "The ugly duckling Eisenhower dollar may yet become a respected denizen of the numismatic community." That time is now. The collectors are coming, the prices for high-grade and rare examples are climbing, and the appreciation for this unique piece of American history is growing every single day. You have the knowledge now to understand what you are looking at. This is not just a coin. It is a tribute to a five-star general who led the free world, a tribute to the astronauts who dared to reach for the moon, and a tribute to an era of American pride and ambition. It is a large, bold, heavy coin that demands to be noticed. It is the last of the great large-size American dollar coins. When you hold one in your hand, you are holding a piece of the moon landing. You are holding a piece of the Eisenhower legacy. And you might just be holding a piece of treasure worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. Do not be the person who lets a small fortune slip through their fingers. I have seen too many stories of people spending rare coins at face value, only to find out later they were worth a small fortune. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar is a perfect example of why you need to pay attention. It embodies the timeless adage that one person's pocket change is another person's prized collection centerpiece. The value is there for those who are diligent, those who are curious, and those who take the time to look. The market for these coins is strong and active. People from all over the world want to buy high-quality Eisenhower dollars. They are looking for the pristine MS-67 coins, the rare silver-proof versions, and the legendary error coins like the 1974 D silverclad. They are ready to pay hundreds, even thousands of dollars for the right piece. This is a coin that has officially moved from being a neglected currency to a cherished collectible. The demand is real, and it is only going to increase as the series gets older and harder to find in top condition. So, what is the final takeaway for you today? The 1974 Eisenhower $1 Liberty coin has a history as grand as the man it depicts and the mission it honors. Its current value is a wide spectrum. It can be as low as a single dollar for a worn common coin, or as high as nearly $5,000 for a pristine MS-67 or the legendary silverclad error. The answer to, is its value really high or low, is that it is high for the coins that are special and low for the coins that are common. Your job is to determine which one you have. I hope this deep dive has opened your eyes to the incredible potential hiding in plain sight. The Eisenhower dollar is a coin whose time has come. It is valuable, it is historic, and it is one of the most exciting series for modern collectors. Go find your Ikes. Examine them closely. You might just be holding the most valuable dollar you have ever seen. Thank you for watching and happy hunting.